yes. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys can see us loud and clear. We got my boy Gunnar Souls in the building, Dylan in the house, and of course, Belgium. We got a lot of things to discuss. We're going to talk about Mikel Arteta. We're going to talk about Zinchenko. But mostly what we're going to talk about is Arsenal's pure dominance in the Premier League. Have you guys seen how many goals we've scored lately? I think it's like 31 to 3.
31 and 7. 31 and 7.
31 to 3, bro.
No, but yeah, 31 goals in 7 games, I think we scored.
Yeah, mental. 31 goals in 7 games, 3 goals conceded in those games. Only like 4 shots on target in like 5 of those games. Mental stats. Absolutely out of this world statistics. We're going to get into all of that plus more. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. And by the way, just to let everybody know, we're currently on the road to 27K subscribers. So make sure you guys do hit that like button. We're currently at 26.1K. Make sure you continue to like the video. Make sure you continue to subscribe to the channel, because of course, as you guys continue to subscribe, it helps the channel grow, and I can get you guys more exclusive content. But before we go any further, hit that like button, of course, if you haven't already done so. Gunnar Souls, how you doing, bro? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're back to cooking teams. We're putting the pressure on Liverpool and Man City. I can't complain right now.
There you go. Belgium, how you feeling, bro? I'm going to see you on Saturday. I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Oh, is it? Okay, fantastic, man. Yeah, it'd be good to see you. It'd be good to see you. Yeah, fantastic, man. And yes, you know what? I'm buzzing, man. And I'm just hoping that, listen, we'll just carry on that way till end of May. You know, I just want to see, end of May, it's like, do you know what? When a team happen to win the league, anyway, people will be saying I'm crazy, but I think that's my anticipation. I really want.
You obviously want us to go on to win the league. That is your main goal. I get it. What are you saying, Dylan? How you feeling?
Good. Enjoyed Monday night. Monday night in Sheffield was fun. I actually thought I'd show you this. I ordered this the other day off eBay. It's a Lacazette signed card. Cost me £1.99. I thought decent little purchase off eBay. So that came through on Monday morning before I head off to Sheffield. And I saw it on eBay. I thought £1.99. Can't go
what
wrong
is
with
it?
Huh?
Lacazette.
Yes, this is a Lacazette signed card. £1.99. I thought, I was scrolling through eBay and I thought, I'll have that. So I put a little bid in. Won that, but yeah,
Lacazette's only worth £1. What the hell's going on?
£1.99 apparently. Yeah, signed Lacazette card, £1.99. But yeah,
mental.
No, Monday night was fun.
Let's get into it because we got a lot to discuss today. I think, where do we begin? Should we begin with the absolute thumping of Sheffield United? We slapped them 6-0. Me and Gunnar Soul spoke about it in depth. We did a whole match reaction, so we're not gonna speak about it too much. But what did you guys think? What did you guys think about it? Like, just what was the takeaway that people aren't really speaking about from your perspective? Because for me, the main takeaway that I got was people are finally starting to put some respect on Kai Havertz's name off the back of that performance. Because I thought he really performed well. And it's another game where he's playing at striker. We score a bunch of goals. He contributes to a goal. He also got an assist, if I'm not mistaken. So he got 2 goal contributions in the game. And he's just starting to grow. And he's starting to show his worth. Because he was, at the beginning of the season, he had a lot of doubters. Now, it seems like he's starting to prove a bunch of his doubters wrong. So what do you guys think about Kai Havertz's performance against Sheffield United? And while you're talking about Kai Havertz, you can discuss everybody else's performances also.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I'd say Kai Havertz was unreal the other day. He's been really good lately. He's been really good the last month or so. Start of season, he was rubbish. He wasn't playing well. That's changed. So that's why I'm happy to give him his credit now. I'm not to say he's proven anyone. He was playing badly and now he's playing well. I think he's, with confidence and with time, he's now getting the ball and he's actually he's using his own brain. He's getting the ball and he's creating ideas and coming up with stuff himself rather than just getting the ball and sort of receiving it with three seconds of space and then just passing it to the nearest person to him. Now he's actually getting it. He's shooting, which is big. He's actually taking shots on. He's finding other players. He's expressing himself on the ball. And I think that's him playing in striker. I think midfield was just never really the move, having him in midfield. I think him in the centre forward role or the striker role can work. Do I think he's better than Jesus? No. Do I think he's the final answer to our striker problems? No. But he's playing well in striker. He is playing well. I do think that's a massive credit to the team around him. Because obviously, as we saw at Chelsea, with a team less so great around him. He's not special, but you know, we've got a good team, and he's a good part of it at the moment. So yeah, no, big up credit to him. So can't really say much more on his regard. He's playing well at the minute.
Fair enough. What you saying, Gunnar Souls? You've been a big backer of Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I don't think he's had a bad season at all. I don't even think he started off badly. I think a lot of people had a misconception of what they wanted from Havertz and what Arteta wanted from Havertz. It's quite evident, even when you see that the kind of positions Declan Rice has taken up as well. It's quite evident that left-hand side is very specific to a certain role. And for me, Kai Havertz was doing enough there to say, do you know what, there's a player coming. There's of course there's a confidence issue. There was an issue with just him making a few bad decisions, but I feel like you need to give a player a season before you can see their true selves. Even now, like even if people want to say, do you know what, you don't even rate him, don't rate him until next season. Don't even praise him for what he's doing right now, because for me, you give a player a season and then you judge them. Because we've seen it many times in especially these sort of systems like what Pep plays, the Klopps, the Luis Enrique's, the etc. They're very specific, and it takes a bit of time. Even Grealish, someone who cost £100 million, took a season before we actually seen what he's capable of doing. You know, even if you look at Bernardo Silva, a lot of people when he first joined Man City didn't really rate him, but now he's become the player everyone wants to buy. So, and even Rodri barely played when he first came in. So I'm not trying to compare us to Man City, but what I'm trying to say is when you come into these systems which are very designed to play a certain way, you've got to give players time to actually embed into it and grow into it. As you're seeing, the more games that go on, the more people are starting to see what Havertz is about. Granted, his role has changed slightly because he's playing down the centre rather than as a midfielder. But even against Sheffield, when Jesus came on, he actually dropped into midfield and still did the same things. For me, it's just about him growing and learning the team, and you'll start to see his final form. Defensive numbers are great. Attacking, he's doing really well. He's matching Granit Xhaka, which a lot of people said it's an all-timer season for him. So he's already at those numbers.
Granit Xhaka shit.
No, but people are saying it's an all-timer season. I'm not saying
the one season was half decent,
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like people are saying, like he had this brilliant season, but Kai Havertz has already matched it. So, and this is still with games to go, and still for him to improve. So that's the way I see it.
Is he now worth his transfer fee?
Yeah, 100%.
What? He's had about 3 good games against teams in the bottom half of the table.
He's had more. He's had way more than 3 good games.
65 million.
No, but he had more than that. At the end of the day, you do what the manager tells you.
Right, let's have it right. Yeah, we've played 3/4 of a season, and he's played decent.
Okay, so what are you judging on? What the manager wants him to do?
Played decent in about 10 games, and he cost us 65 million. I don't think that justifies 65 million yet. Like you said, if you want to judge him at the end of the season. Like, to say he's worth 65 million in just about, we just touched March. It's a bit of a
funny enough that it was Havertz that helped us beat City. So for me, that's something we couldn't do with Jesus up top.
Well, you don't think Jesus could touch the ball down and lay it off 3 meters away?
Doesn't matter.
He's not able to do that.
He ain't done it yet. He can do it, but has he done it? No.
I just think it's too early to say he's worth his transfer. He cost 65
Kai Havertz has shown us in the Liverpool game and in the City game alone that he's been very useful in what he does. And what he does is he occupies that space very well. Even though he's not a traditional center forward, he's a much more physical build than Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus would rather come deep into the midfield than stay up there and battle with the midfield.
It's way easier to defend Jesus than it is to defend Havertz. He's a nuisance. They don't like it. And you can see that the defenders are very uncomfortable when Havertz is playing in comparison to when Jesus plays. Jesus is a very good winger. That's what I'll give him. But he's not a great central player for me.
That's only because his lack of ability to finish or take on shots. He had one chance; it was right in front of us on Monday.
Belgium, jump in. What are you saying?
He's in front of goal, just smack it, and he turned and did like it on his. Oh my god! Hit the ball.
Belgium, what are you saying? Talk to me.
You know what? I got different view from all the conversation that we just kind of having now. Do you know what? The thing is that, as Tom said, normally when you buy a player, an attacking player, I think for me, I normally judge them. If they can't give me a shot on target in the game, their final ball should be fantastic. It should be wow. Yeah? And that's how I normally judge forward players, right? With Kai Havertz situation, right? Last season, we almost were happy to kind of winning the league. but we fell a little bit short. So this season, when we had the addition of Declan Rice and Kai Havertz, the whole idea was the fact that, listen, we've strengthened the team. So giving time to Kai Havertz was possibly, that's what some of us kind of, some Arsenal fans were kind of saying to themselves, you know what, we can't be that patient because we want a quick result. And I mean, I'll disagree with some by saying that, listen, it didn't start slow. Of course it did. It did. At least for, was it 6 or 7 games? He didn't score a goal till that game that we had against Bournemouth, where Nketiah had a pen, and that was when the ball was given to Kai Havertz to score that goal, to score that pen, just to kind of build up his own confidence. So literally what the coach has done was the fact that because of Kai Havertz, he realized that he will need the special attention, special care. Then we redefine, because of Kai Havertz, Arteta had to redefine his role again. Then at one point, we were playing with 2-10. What's his name? Odegaard and Kai Havertz staying up. Then Declan Rice was sitting as a base, playing on his own. And when it comes to transition, it was too slow. Then again, Arteta decided, you know what? Let me see if I can push him up front so that he will just stay up there. Don't worry, don't drop deep. We've got Odegaard, and the next thing we've got Declan Rice, but you just stay up there. And that's what seems to be working at the moment. We should appreciate that because the player, you got to be versatile. You got trying to make sure that whenever there's a tactical switches, he should be able to fit in. So he's doing that. So let's give him that credit. But again, when we start going on that, he's already done everything, he's following up everything. And I like what
that's just disingenuous stuff, because if you look at his defensive numbers, he's pulling them up. So to say he's been slow on transitions or he's not been helping transition, that's very disingenuous stuff.
No, it's too early. I'll give it to him. I'll give him his flowers right now. Because in my fan camp, I said in the beginning when
I don't mind if you say it's too early, but to be disingenuous that he's not helping transition, that's just a blatant lie, though.
You talk, just allow me to finish, please. The point I'm trying
but I'm just countering your point. I'll ask you after them. Okay, when you finish, I'll ask you.
When he was going through those difficult moments, in my fan camp, I said, listen, let's give him a bit of time to settle in, because it's always the case when a new players join a new team. But for me, I just feel like it's too early to start saying that, it's justified, that 65 million purchase. So let's wait till the end of the season. We got to win something.
He did say that, though, to be fair. He did say, let's wait until the end of the season to judge players. But one thing I want to know is there a little bit of a agenda behind your points, guys? Because
I just want to know this, right? So Belgium made a point that he doesn't, or he's slow on transitions. But when you look at his defensive numbers in terms of interceptions,
the numbers are like, just watch the game. It doesn't matter.
The numbers also tell you the truth, because it is happening. He's not defensively a liability. He's actually enhanced us defensively. The numbers also tell the truth.
Kai Havertz has massively improved us as a team defensively. Let's not lie.
Well, obviously, if he be given time, and again to that special.
I'm talking about up until this point, because you've said he hasn't helped us, and I'm saying he has.
That special care that Arteta, because Arteta realized that, listen,
that's what I'm asking a straight question. You've said transitions, he doesn't help us, but I'm saying statistically, you're wrong. That's what I want to understand. So how has
number one stats are a load of rubbish? Like, that's just the first thing. Like,
but that's a lie, though. So you just disregard any numbers.
That's
standard. Saka's been shit this season because all he's had is GA. His eye test hasn't been good.
You can watch him play and
but he's been crap on the eye test. The eye test hasn't proven he's been a good player. His GA has made him a good player. That's the reality behind it.
You haven't been watching him lately, then, because lately he's been unreal.
Lately now. So now we do lately. So now we take a sample.
But then again,
even if you look at the defensive numbers, we have not been. He's not been bullied in transition.
Okay, maybe he's not worth the transfer fee yet, but he's showing his worth.
Oh yeah,
I think he's shown his worth. I think he's shown as well.
He's showing, yeah.
Okay, so let's just word it correctly.
He's showing his worth, but at the same time, I'd say he hasn't improved us. He's just
so
come
he's
in
proving.
He's come in and filled a job. He hasn't improved us.
Excuse
one
me,
bit.
he has
just come in and worked in the system.
He's definitely improved us.
No, okay, so all of a sudden, this is Pep's
Kai
first
Havertz
season.
has basically provided an outlet for us. We've been begging and crying for a striker. He's basically been acting as if our second striker.
No, but literally, he's a striker. He's a striker.
No, I don't view him as a striker.
No, he's a striker.
No, but when I signed him, we didn't sign him as a striker. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I said. Arteta had to redefine his position, because at one point Arteta thought that, do you know what? Because the way we play, that's another thing again to people are missing. The way we play, we don't literally. I've said it a couple of times that we don't really need a striker, because we play with that. What's it name? With more like a pacey, more like a movement, quick movement, and everyone has to be, space, And so with what's in Kai Havertz, there was no need for him to come into Arsenal and just stay up there like everyone wants Ivan Toney. Just stay up there.
He hasn't been just staying up there. That's a lie. Again, you guys are watching him properly.
Like a focal point striker. So he's got to be part of the game. He's got to be involved into the game. And that's what we'll be doing. Even with Gabriel Jesus. That's why Gabriel Jesus tried to drop deep and allow Saka and Martinelli to go ahead of him and go and score.
Okay, guys, we're spending a lot of time on Kai Havertz. I'm just going to end it off here. I'm going to say, can we agree that he is starting to prove his worth? And personally, for me, the game against City, I would start him up top. I don't know about you guys.
Well, it depends. It depends the way. It depends the shape. Yeah. Because again, earlier when you did talk about,
he helped us win the Community Shield.
It wasn't the only one.
Up top.
He wasn't the only one.
He was terrible in the Community Shield. He was bad in the Community Shield.
He came off the bench against Man City.
You forgot to mention Partey. Hadena Partey, who was introduced into that game. That game we were going to draw that game.
You know what? I think this is the perfect segue to discuss Partey in the midfield. You guys, we always talk about what is our best midfield. I'm going to ask you guys right now. Is Partey in our best midfield? Because I don't think he is.
He is.
Yeah, of course he is. But how can we do this? How can he have been? Right, no, hold on. How can he have been
Arsenal's best midfield
since the moment he walked through the door?
One second. We're 19 minutes in. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. And to the people watching on X, you guys can join us over here on YouTube. Eagle Talks Football. Make sure you guys do subscribe. We're currently on the road to 30K subscribers. So please do hit that like button and subscribe button. Check us out. If you guys haven't already followed me on Twitter, you can do that also. But let me ask you guys this question. What is Arsenal's best trio? You have three choices. You have Jorginho, Declan Rice,
Odegaard and Declan Rice start. So it's
Odegaard.
between Jorginho
you have Havertz, Declan Rice, and Odegaard, and then you have Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. I put a poll out today on my Twitter to see what people could say.
Who are we playing? Like what are we judging this on?
Okay, I'm judging it on right now. Best front three for now until the end of the season. I had over 257 people voted. Guess who their majority was? Their majority was Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard. And then second was actually Partey, Rice,
Okay, so you're saying moving forward, what's that? Okay, I get your question. Okay.
Yeah. What's Arsenal's best midfield trio from now until the end of the season?
Can I speak?
I agree. I think it is Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard. I don't know about you guys.
Right, no. Because this is going to wind me up now. No, because, right. Thomas Partey's been Arsenal's best midfielder since the moment he walked through the door nearly 4 years ago, yeah? He's been out for a couple months, yeah, with an injury or whatever it is. He's been out for a couple months. Jorginho's come in and he's done the job, yeah? He's done the job, yeah? How does this all of a sudden make him a better footballer than our best midfielder of the last nearly 4 years? Thomas Partey is world class, yeah? Jorginho He's a great player. Thomas Partey is quite literally one of Arsenal's best players. I'd say he's in our top three. If not, I'd say he's literally our best player. Yeah, he's been out for a while. Yeah, he's come back in. Yeah, and I see everyone going, "Oh, poor cameo, mate." He misplaced one bad pass because Cedric zinged it into him behind him. He had to stretch for it on goal. Yeah, like Partey was all right the other night. Yeah, he's obviously better than Jorginho. This is just recency bias as usual. People just going off recency. Havertz in midfield's not even a debate. That he's horrific.
He's true.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Partey next to Rice consistently. I understand consistency is the problem, but I'm saying who the better player? Obviously, Thomas Partey doesn't even compare to Jorginho. There's obviously like it's a whole different level. But the disrespect's crazy. That's
Okay.
like, we all know
1
how
second.
good he is. Why is everyone getting so
How can
excited
it be
over the news?
disrespect? How can it be disrespect when the player hasn't played too many minutes this season? The player who's been,
but you say that, but when he does play, he's our best player. Right, cool. If Mbappe gets injured for PSG tomorrow,
the player who gets the
if
best out of
Mbappe
the
gets
team,
injured for PSG tomorrow, Miguel,
1
and
second.
he's out for 3 months, and then they have what's his name? They have Colomwani play up top in his place, and in the next 2 months he scores 10 goals. Does he keep his place when Mbappe returns? No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
But listen,
Mbappe
Thomas Partey is a different situation.
It's not a different situation. He's our best midfielder.
Is our best midfielder last season. So
Thomas Partey was. One second. He was. Thomas Partey was our most important midfielder. Right now, he is not even top 3 in the pecking order for most important midfielders.
But how can he be below Jorginho? It's just recency bias. It's just because Jorginho's been playing.
Because availability is the most important thing. And when it comes to when you have players, I view Jorginho as a formerly world-class player. He used to be world-class. He's still got that ability.
Partey is world-class.
I don't know if Partey is world-class. You can't be world-class if you're always injured.
Okay, listen. Iga, I think you're missing some kind of context here. What Tom's trying to explain to you was this. Last season, I remember when Jorginho was introduced, he had 1 or 2 good games. All of a sudden, people didn't want him into the team. In fact, people were I know. People were crying for Partey to come back, right? This season, as Tom said, he went out injured. He just came back. His first game after such a long time was on Monday, right? And within that team, listen, Jorginho, in fact, I remember I went on the Spaces a couple of times and I said to people that if Partey is not dead right now, it would be wise to play Jorginho because to control the game, the tempo of a game, he has it. And sometimes those vertical passes, those long ones, Jorginho can do that. But what he hasn't got in his locker is to set up the tempo of the game. And that's what Partey has over them.
Let me hear what Gunnar Solskjaer has to say. Because I think that's ridiculous. Jorginho's better than Partey at setting tempo.
But Partey to set up the tempo.
Oh my God!
Jorginho's better than Partey at setting tempo.
He's the only player that can set up the tempo of the game. He's like, listen, when he was playing as a lone 6, you saw it, all the attributes. And it's not just about setting up the tempo. It came to looking around, controlling that and telling the players, moving the players, and that's what Gabriel and Saliba were so happy to play around him because he knows when it's not just like, those spaces, covering it up. He's not just having the ball, moving to the spaces, making sure that you cover those spaces up. It's Partey. Jorginho, fantastic player. He can only control the game. He can't set up the tempo, man. So
let me hear from Souls. He hasn't said a word. What are you saying, Gunnar Souls?
And I just wanted to hear everyone's opinions because I feel like I do align with a lot of what people are saying because when you look at Thomas Partey, he is our most complete midfielder and he offers us pretty much everything to why we want Jorginho and Rice to play together. He is Jorginho and Rice in one player, like in the ability to kind of drive with the ball, to take out the press, to set the tempo, to do basically all of that. And also, neither one of these two players, in my opinion, Jorginho has it to a better level, can do those line-cutting passes. But the way Partey does it and the 2 ways he can do it in terms of the ground passes and over the top as well, Partey is far better than both of these players at breaking lines. And that's what we need. And people say, by the way, I've not heard anyone say he had a bad cameo, but for those who are saying he had a bad cameo, that's a complete false statement. And I'll tell you why. When you look at him against Sheffield United, they were pressing him and he was evading press. Now, at the end of the day, that game was done. They weren't going to do much more than what they did. But every time I saw him on the ball, I was seeing positive signs. I was seeing, okay, he is evading the press. He is feeling himself a bit more. The only problem is when is he going to break down? Now, I feel like Arteta's kind of balanced that out and said, you know what, I'm not going to play you until I need you. A bit like what KDB ends up happening, where the business end of the season, he returns. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with Partey. But for me, if you tell me today we've got a Champions League final tomorrow, Who am I playing fully fit? I am playing Thomas Partey is the first name on the team sheet, and then I'll build around that. Because you cannot tell me in one of the most important games and the most important part of your season, you're going to leave out your most complete. And I'll actually say, out of all our players, he's the most complete player we have. Like, in terms of just the ability to do a bit of everything. Now, the only thing he doesn't have for him is the ability to shoot. Sometimes he's a bit poor on that side. But other than that, I feel like he's too good, man. And when you talk about wanting to change a game from a single player, he's that guy. If you want him to take the 8 role and Rice to come back into a 6, you can do that. But I don't trust Jorginho being an 8. I feel like Jorginho's good at sitting in a double pivot, but he takes away from our midfield a little bit because Thomas Partey alone can do a 6 role, but Jorginho needs the help of Rice to be able to control that midfield. So that's the reasonings why. Fully fit, you have to play Thomas Partey, especially against your big teams. Small teams do what you like.
Igor, don't argue, man. Just leave that debate, please. Leave it, man.
Okay, one second.
Leave it.
First things first. Personally, for me, I think there is a little bit of a recency bias, but one thing I will say, the reason why that is because we don't know how reliable Thomas Partey is from now to the end of the season.
Let's say he is. Let's say he is reliable.
If he's available, he played. The thing is, Jorginho's been a great backup.
One second.
If Jorginho's needed,
and he performs at the same level, if he's available and he performs to the same level as he did last season, I do agree he is the best based on attributes. He's the best out of all the 3. But Jorginho, with his intelligence, with the ability on the ball and everything else, I think he gives us that element that obviously Kai Havertz doesn't give us. And I think he's as good as a register as anybody else in our team, or probably one of the best in our team.
No. But the thing is that it depends. Listen, do you remember the game we played against City? It was it not Jorginho and Declan Rice? Yeah, started. Yeah. Partey was on the bench, isn't it? But we saw, and as what's the name gone up saying, when it comes to those 40, 50, 60-yard passes, it's Partey. He's got that one in his locker. I've said it many times. He got that one in his locker, right? And that's what you were talking about, Kai Havertz helping us to win that game. But it was Partey, so when he got the ball, and that's what City were trying to do. They knew that, listen, this guy, listen, if he step on that ball, right, and hit those 40 or 50, 60-yard passes, then City will be in trouble. And that's literally what happened.
Can we just say one thing, though? Can we say one thing? Chelsea giving us Jorginho, they made a big mistake. They made a big mistake.
I think they did make a mistake, yeah. For the price tag, I think they did make a mistake. I think they
Jorginho to Arsenal was a big mistake from Chelsea Football Club's perspective.
I love the boy. I love him, man. He's my guy.
No, but Gal, you know what? Yeah, actually, I don't know if it returns to the same topic, but I was having this conversation on Sai's channel about Havertz. I think Chelsea made a bigger mistake selling Jorginho than they did Havertz, because I think what Havertz brings to that Chelsea team now, in comparison to what Havertz would bring to that Chelsea team, I think Jorginho is a massive miss.
Yeah, Havertz will do the same stink up that he was doing for the past sort of 3 seasons, because there's no structure in there that's actually improved. But they need a Jorginho. But also, like, this is the thing, right? Like, this argument becomes redundant because for me, I want to protect Partey where I can and play Jorginho more in a sense of, like, when it comes to these smaller games, like, for example, against like Brentford, give Partey like 30, 40 minutes or 45 minutes, give them a half each or something. Because against City, we need him. I don't care what anyone says. Against Man City, we need Thomas Partey, because what was the combination that unlocked him? It was Partey played it into Havertz, Partey played it into Tomiyasu played it into Havertz played it into Martinelli. And that's the combination we're going to need. We need to hit them. And we need a target man firstly, but we need the Partey's ability, not just David Raya. Because David Raya can hit those channels and he can hit that target man. But if we can have Thomas Partey in that as well, that's now 2 outlets that we can have to ping those passes. Because look at Man City, Manchester United and Man City. What was the most success when they went in behind?
Would you also say they made a mistake selling us Kai Havertz?
No,
they didn't make a mistake. They didn't make a mistake with that. No, because
they
got 65 million for him, and in that Chelsea team, he just stinks because there's Kai Havertz is a player who needs a good team around him to perform.
I think Jorginho ones,
and Chelsea's team is not right for him at the moment. So the fact they got 65 million is great. There's no regret.
I tell you what, Jorginho one is, do you know what, 100%. Because the thing is that when you look at Chelsea right now, what they needed is someone who's already been there, an experienced player, someone who's already won a couple of games, cups, and that's Jorginho in terms of what he's done, in terms of his experience, and those the kind of player they needed. And it was ridiculous when they decided to sell him, So if he was there, Enzo and Caicedo will be learning from him. They'll be learning. It's like when some of the games, like Brentford game they played last week, they were 2-1 up, isn't it, at one point, and it became 2-2. How both Enzo and Caicedo were pushing up. Why? Jorginho would have said to them, listen, they need someone to be telling them, listen, they're young kids. And that's what Ted Bowley, I call them cowboy team anyway. That's what they've got wrong.
All right, let's get on to the next topic. The next topic is my boy Jakub Kiwior. Guys, is Kiwior proving his worth? Can we give him some plaudits? Gunnar Souls, what are you saying? Because I remember we were having a conversation a couple of weeks ago where people are saying he's not good enough in the left back position. He needs to just play as a center back. Now he's doing a serviceable job to the point where I think certain people might struggle to take the position off him. Am I being reactionary or am I being fair?
Yes, you're being reactionary, man.
Maybe reactionary again, but you know what I'll say for Kiwior is like Tomiyasu, great backup. And that's what we need. We need great backup. We need depth, and he's proven to be good backup. So I'm not.
Not only is he proven to be a good backup, he's our Nathan Ake.
No, you're taking it too far. And I'll tell you why, right? I think we should praise him because he's come in and he's deputized really well. But the more you think about it, right, he's not really come across any sort of direct winger yet. He's not come across someone who's going to really rip him a new one. Because against a Man City or something like that, I would still want Tomiyasu playing that game, or Urian Timbers or someone of that ilk. Because when you come across, like, for example, Porto, right? Against Porto, they had a very direct winger on Jakub Kiwior, and guess what happened? He got ripped. You didn't have a good time.
Against PSV.
PSV is another example. But what I will say is the reason why I'm not going to use it that far back is because his role's been redefined. I feel like he's been told to play as a left back and he's allowing Ben White to invert instead. And that's kind of the way I want to judge it. So when you look at Porto, for example, he's played as a left back or a traditional type of defensive left back, typically like what Ben White would be doing. And for me, that works for him, but I just wouldn't trust him against the more tricky wingers, the more higher quality wingers. But if it goes to Zinchenko as well, I don't trust him either.
No, but the thing is that we all know that that's not his real position. That's not, his traditional position. But the thing is that what he's been doing right now, he literally sitting deep to defend. And that sometimes in some of the games where your midfielders might need some support, you see, Arsenal, we could kind of go a little bit short on that. Because obviously he's not coming to support them much, because he's kind of worrying about how to defend, how to making sure that he doesn't get beaten. So that's another thing. But to be fair, it's done okay for me, but not fantastic like us. We kind of trying to put it out. It's done okay. That's not his real position. It's kind of
I think he's been brilliant in the last 3 games.
He's been converted as a left back. And he's doing it, but please, let's kind of take it easy. Let's not kind of start jumping the gun and say, oh, yeah. No, it can't, when it comes to, because what we do as a right back and a left back supposed to be supporting the midfielders. So what they needed to do was to invest. He can't do that right now. He can't do that. It's just that the basic one, then quickly kind of making sure that, listen, a defense, so that's fine.
Both our fullbacks don't need to invert. It will just be always invert from the left.
You do. That's why Ake. That's why when you put Ake into our team,
we don't though. We don't typically invert with both. One of them tends to be more overlapping than he does invert.
That's what Zinchenko. When Zinchenko plays,
Zinchenko does, but Ben White doesn't. Ben White is now inverting, and Jakub Kiwior is now not inverting. So one of our fullbacks doesn't invert.
Both of them supposed to be inverted.
No, they don't. They've never both inverted. Ben White's never been an inverted fullback under Arteta until now.
Okay, so how were we scoring those goals?
because Ben White would overlap.
Well, the same as inverted, the same as Zinchenko.
No. Overlapping is different. Overlapping is more wide. Inverting is coming into the centre zones. Ben White never came into centre zones until now.
No, listen, both players, the way we played Arsenal, both our left back or right back, they got to invert. That's a new way. That's a new way.
No, they don't. They never. Both fullbacks have never inverted.
Okay, well, listen. I watched the game. I don't know. Possibly we not. Maybe that's how I see it. Anytime I watch the game, that's how I see it. And I'm watching it attentively, not only on TV. Even though when I go there, trying to see, okay, how are we playing? And last season, that's how we managed to forget about overlapping. Ben White was coming in because he got to support your midfielders, and that's how we normally bump up the midfield. That's what
Zinchenko does. That's where the numbers come.
Ben White too was doing that.
Ben White goes wider. The reason why Saka has not had success earlier in the season is because Ben White wasn't overlapping and he stayed back.
Listen, okay, Zinchenko might be coming back on Saturday. We'll see it again.
Yeah, you'll see Zinchenko invert. You'll always see one or the other. It won't be both.
The same as Ben White. Ben White does the same.
Ben White would overlap. No, he'll start to overlap.
It's not just about overlapping. You got to be. What's the point in overlapping when your player Saka is not there to support him? Well, it's not about overlapping.
No, because Saka wants to come inside. This is what like. Saka wants to come inside, so the support has to be over. You're not going to overload the same zone twice. That doesn't make any sense.
We're kind of going too far off. My point is, Kiwior deserves some flowers. We don't need to get into the grand nicks and crannies of everything else. But once we have a fully fit squad, we'll discuss who's our best 11 and everything else throughout the international break. Right now, no need to go too far in depth. Let's go to the next point. The next point that we're going to discuss was actually the goalkeeper situation. Ramsdale's going to play his last game for Arsenal versus Brentford. And do you guys feel like Raya is starting to prove people that it was worth getting him? Like, I want to know what you guys think. One, speak a little bit about Ramsdale. Two, let's speak a little bit about Raya, because I think Raya has been Raya hasn't had too much to do, but when he has been called upon, he's been there reliable. I don't think Raya has been a problem. And I think the way people were speaking about him at the beginning of the season was if he was a bad keeper or he wasn't that good. The guy has the most clean sheets in the Premier League. The guy has a really good save percentage.
Yeah, it's not hard.
And you want to say it's not hard, but the goalkeeper is a big part of this team. Yeah, and he's like you just said, he's had nothing to do in the last few games. What? You've just said he's not had much to do in the last few games. Ramsdale last season was literally saving our hopes of a title on his own. Man had to play with Rob Holding in front of him and still helped us stay in games. And also, when you've seen him after such a long time play one game, if it wasn't for that donkey Reece Nelson, he would have an assist right now.
I think if it was a situation,
I'm still saying there's no improvement.
I personally believe if you were to take Raya and swap him with Ramsdale last season, do we have a better team last season?
No.
You know what we have though?
It's not better than Ramsdale.
One second. Do you know what we have though? We have a player who listens to instructions. Ramsdale was a little bit of a wild card. He didn't really listen to Mikel Arteta's instructions all the time. He even said it himself. There's times where he does his own thing, and majority of the time he listens to the manager. But there's times where he takes his own initiative and does his own thing. And Mikel Arteta, the main reason why he signed this guy was, of course, he wanted more control of the game. And the way that he gets that is by getting players to actually follow his instructions. I know people thought it was ridiculous to buy to get rid of Ramsdale or to buy the second keeper, but we cannot lie to ourselves. Raya has helped his team improve. I don't think you guys are noticing it because it's such marginal differences because of how good the team overall has been defensively, but Raya has been good.
Can I say something?
I just think we're attached to Ramsdale because he was part of the team that got us to competing.
Ramsdale, fantastic servant for Arsenal, and if it happens that he was to leave, we would just say all the best. But right now, he hasn't come out to say he's leaving, right? And obviously,
it is pretty much guaranteed.
Wait. Goalkeeping situation is always different, though. Things happen, all of a sudden, maybe another goalie, Raya might just be out of form, he might pick up an injury or red card. You never know, touch you. So many sequences can happen. Then the goalkeeper might not be there. But the point I'm trying to make is this: when we are joining Arsenal, how long? He hasn't been there for long, so he hasn't even been able to build up a chemistry between him and the defenders, those guys playing in front of him. So I think when people were having a go at him, I think it was just unfair because he got to build up the chemistry first and build up the proper rapport. Right now, when you look at the communication between those three players, it's fantastic. And on top of that, you said it, you highlight upon it. Arteta wants someone who will be literally comfortable on his legs, but playing goalie, which Ramsdale, we know Ramsdale is learning, is adding that to his game. But Raya is already got that. Those moments, that's what Arteta was looking for. But Ramsdale was a little bit conservative. He was kind of a little bit trying to be a little bit careful. Arteta wants a goalie who will be taking a risk, And listen, we should just appreciate that the fact that we've got two bunch of good goalie. Look at City. Their second goalie is equally a little bit good. So we should just
Ortega's good.
Happy. Now we got an option now. Listen, compared to last season.
We're not going to have it for long. I think Ramsdale's going to be gone.
You don't know. He might decide to stay. Listen, hey, if we go on and win the league and win the Champions League, right? And no one comes for him, are you thinking that Ramsdale will say, "Do not, I want to leave"? What are you talking about? What people talking about here?
I think Ramsdale wants to play. I don't think he cares about.
Of course, there'll be game in which he'll be introduced. He'll have his chance. But if Raya is there and the coach wants him to play, listen, as a second goalie, you got to make sure, because it's not just about all the 11 players. It's again 2 players on the bench, players who are not even having a chance to play, because at the end of the day, you want the whole group to be able to have positive attitude. So that when you come in and you are asked to come and do a job, you come in, you do their job. As a striker, 5-10 minutes, look, hey, watch a couple of games, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, last minute goals. Look at Ivory Coast during the AFCON. Last minute goals. A striker was introduced, he came on, 5 minutes, bang, goal. And that's it. Those are the attitude. Those are the things that whenever people ended up not playing, you got to be positive. You got to make sure that you're serious. So listen, let's appreciate the fact that we've got both of them as our goalie, and both of them are equally good,
Fair enough. Let Dylan speak on this. Dylan, your boy Ramsdale's your boy. You like Ramsdale. I don't know if you're a big fan of Raya, but do you think he has a future at the club? Be honest.
I don't think he does. That's not because there's nothing to do with his ability. I just think Arteta's going to get rid of him. At the end of the day, we're not going to have 2 keepers of that quality sitting around. Depends where Ramsdale's head's at. If he wants to play, he'll leave. At the end of the day, I still think he's on about 100 bags a week. So 100 bags a week to sit on the bench every week with no pressure on you. I mean, it's not a hard life, but it depends if he wants to play. But for me, they're just. I mean, I still think Ramsdale's better than him, but because the thing is, we're really good defensively. Well, Raya hardly ever gets called into action, but when he does, he's obviously up for it because we've seen in the stats the amount of shots on target we concede. We don't concede a lot of shots on target. So if Ramsdale is in goal, he's hardly going to concede any more than Raya is. But at the end of the day, my issue is that we've gone and spent 27, where it's going to be 30 million on him. And it's like, I just don't think that's massively what we really needed was another goalkeeper that can play out from the back. Ramsdale could do that. Like
All right, guys, we're short on time. Let Gunnar Stoles jump on this. Stoles, do you have anything to add on this topic? Because I feel like we've spoken about it so many times already.
Ramsdale have a future for me.
No, look. Ramsdale's going, and it's unfortunate because I don't think Raya really does anything better or more than what Ramsdale can offer us. But it is what it is. If the manager wants to do that, that's his sword to die on. And if that's the keeper he wants, then you better deliver.
Fair enough. Zinchenko, rumor has it that Bayern Munich are interested in getting him to be their Alphonso Davies replacement. Would you guys be willing to sell Zinchenko this upcoming window?
How much? What's the rumors?
The rumor is that they're interested in Zinchenko as a replacement. It doesn't say how much.
And get me Frimpong. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, Frimpong's a right back.
45 million euros. 45 million euros.
We do what we want with
Bayern
that.
Munich.
One second. It says Zinchenko for 45 million euros.
Yeah, it's easy.
45, yeah, bye.
Yeah.
That's
Bye-bye.
40 million pounds.
Yeah. Bye-bye. See you later.
How many did we buy him for?
Doesn't matter.
Was it 50 or something like that?
No. It's like 35 million.
We're making a loss.
35. But why
do
It cost us 30 million, 35 million, yeah, right. I'm not going to lie.
We're making a profit, 10 million.
Well, you want to sell him? Listen, Arsenal fans sometimes I just don't understand some of it. At the end of the day,
You don't want to sell Zinchenko?
No,
I'd keep him. I'd keep him, but like, if there's a 45 million pound offer there from Bayern Munich, bye-bye.
Listen, if we want to challenge for the league or for the Champions League, you need those kind of players. Listen, it's not just about the ability.
But Man City wanted to win the Champions League. They got rid of Zinchenko to win it.
Listen. That's Man City, right? Because obviously they did. Well, I don't know. They ended up spending more money. You got Mendy there, isn't it? They've got Mendy, and they spend more money.
No, Mendy's gone, bro.
No, they did spend. No, Mendy.
Yeah, but let's not use Mendy as it because we know what happened there.
And again, guess what they done? They ended up converting what's his name, the centre back as a left back.
That's what we did with Kiwior.
But Kiwior can't play. Kiwior, listen, come on, let's be honest. Kiwior, don't compare Kiwior with what's his name Ake now. In fact, Ake sometimes he does struggle in that position a little bit. I'm not saying that he does, but to be fair, he's settling to that. But the thing is that the point I'm trying to make is that, listen, any game, the league, we've not won it yet. You need those bunch of players, those guys who literally won it and understand, and got that mental toughness and understand how to win stuff. You don't go out and clear everyone and thinking that you get new players. Listen, that's what's happening to the Cowboy team now.
We're not clearing it with just one player.
My question is, would you sell Zinchenko to a Premier League team like Newcastle?
I'll keep him.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think he's as good as people make him out to be. Like, as a left back, there's so much better out there. There's so many players that you can bring in that can do a better job than he is. Jurriën Timbers is going to come in and do that. Tomiyasu, when he's available, gets picked over him. There's clearly a reason why Zinchenko in certain games is good. But man's a stripper, man. The man's a stripper. He's a crossing lady. The guy's like, here you go. Have your go. Look at Liverpool. Trent done him over, man. The guy's good for what he does, but he's not the guy that's going to... He's not the guy I want a left back to deliver me anything. That's the reality of the situation. £45 million, I will hand deliver him to Bayern Munich.
Listen, forget about those scenarios in that game.
Yeah? Why forget about it? That's what cost us.
Listen, listen. The whole team, we were not able to...
How can you forget what actually happened?
The whole team were not able to defend that 2 goals lead that we had. It's nothing to do with Zinchenko. It's not just Zinchenko alone.
Who got nutmegged?
The whole team. Listen, you're just picking up those moments.
Yeah, but
I mean, Anfield away this season when we drew 1-1, and Salah literally takes a touch in on his left, which was the most obvious thing. You could see it from a mile away. Salah touches it in on his left, and Zinchenko just sticks a leg out.
I am not trusting him defending. I'm telling you now, I don't trust him.
Okay. Let me stop you guys right there. Let's see what some of the people in the comment section are saying, because there are some people. Big up to all the people in the comment section. They are saying April Fools. What? It's not April. Absolute disgrace. What's a disgrace? I'm confused. Zini is likely gone. Southgate thing. What did Southgate do?
Oh, Southgate's linked to Man United.
Manchester United.
Nobody cares about Southgate to Man United. It's not going to happen. Let's be honest. Southgate's going to probably leave England, and he's gonna go on a sabbatical, and then probably not going to find another job as high profile as England ever again in his life.
What is that your wish? You never know, man. Come on, stop this.
No. I don't think Manchester United.
Southgate to United makes sense.
Listen,
all right, guys. We got to talk about some other stuff quickly. Does anybody care about the Barcelona conversation with Arteta? Because I don't think he's going anywhere.
There might be conversation, but listen, it's up to him. Man. Listen, it's got everything at the Arsenal.
Arteta's not lining up summer transfer signings to leave in the summer to Barcelona. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he's too invested. I don't think it ever happens. I don't think it happens.
Listen, you never know. Listen, we're in a kind of a business where you don't.
Bro, you're playing too much devil advocate. Let me be honest with you, Belgium. Barcelona have contacted Arteta's agent. Arteta's agent's just going to tell him we're fully focused on Arsenal. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You never know. Listen, there can be worst possible scenarios where he would just say, "Do you know what? They'll come out with a good money." And he's again to listen. Is it Spanish? Is it what's the name? Is it Balkan? No, but is it Spanish? He would just say, "Do you know what? Yeah, why not?"
You are struggling to make a good point.
You know what? I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying.
he's going anywhere. I don't think he's going anywhere.
As long as the country's back him, he ain't going.
But guys, I have a hot take for you guys, and I want to know what you guys think. Okay, I want to know what everybody in the comment section also thinks, because you can see in the title of the video that there was a topic that we're going to discuss. Is this Arsenal team the best team we've had in the last 20 years? Yes or no? People in the comment section, let me know if you agree or disagree. Here's my case.
What are we basing it on, though?
This is what I'm basing it on.
The Invincibles were 20 years ago.
Since the Invincibles, we've not had a team that's been this good. We've not had a team that's had this good defensively. We've not had a team that's had this solid of a midfield, in my opinion. We've not had a team that has been, maybe we've had teams that are as good attacking wise, but we've not had a team that's been this clinical lately. Like the way we're
I'd say in the last 19 years, not 20. 20 with the Invincibles were still playing.
No. I'm saying since the Invincibles.
Post Invincibles, okay.
Yeah, post Invincibles, we have not had a team this good. Guys, in the last 7 games, we've scored 31 goals. We have dominated the Premier League unlike any team before. We have broken Manchester City's record of most goals in consecutive games, in 7 consecutive games, by 5 goals. Like, what we're doing right now is on pace for Premier League records when it comes to set pieces. When it comes to our defensive record in 2024, if we were to do it for a whole season, I've seen Rory talk about it, we would have only conceded 12 goals. We're on pace to have less than 0.3 XG against us per game. That means every 3 games, we have 1 XG against us. I know these things don't matter to you guys because they're just numbers, but the underlying numbers are telling you this is the best team statistically.
I'd agree.
Since the Invincibles, this is the best team statistically in Arsenal's Premier League era.
100%. No, 100%. Yeah. And listen, we've got everything in place now. And again, to the good things about the coach, his philosophy, the players are kind of getting to it now. So yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
So you agree? You think this is the best team we've had in 20 years?
Yes. Well,
since the
Invincibles
team, yes.
16 years. The last 16 years. 16 years, yeah.
Why are you saying 16? I said 20.
No, you can't.
But the 20 includes technically the Invincibles.
The Invincible, yeah.
They would have played a year or two.
Exclude the Invincibles.
Okay, yes, just say post.
I'd say the last 15 years. In the last 15 years, it's the best Arsenal team we've seen. The last 15 years, yeah.
I think this team was better than the side that went to Paris.
How do you mean?
Debatable, but there you go.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think this team is better than Henry's last team?
I'm not going to speak. I didn't see much of it. I wasn't that old.
Yeah, so much of it. No.
All right, now people are dissing me. Listen, just because I didn't sit there and watch every single game in 2001 and 98, I was still watching the games. I wasn't watching every single game, but I was watching. So to say, oh, you're recent fans, you can't judge it, fair. If you want to say that, obviously nostalgia is going to be all different for other people. But I'm going to ask Kenny Ken when I get him on. I'm going to ask guys like Belgium who watched it. I'm going to ask all the boys here. And if you want to say from post-Henry era, was any of the Fabregas teams, Halep teams, anywhere near this team? I don't think they touched them. Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. I'd agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I think the problem is, right, I think a lot of people are going to look at it in a sense of like Santi Cazorla's, the Alexis Sanchez, rather than the whole team. They're going to look at the individuals in those squads rather than the whole squad as a whole. If you're looking at like team to team, yeah, this is probably one of the best we've seen post Invincibles, post like the UCL, post all of that. Like this is probably one of the most complete squads, and I reckon it takes on all of them.
Okay. And then I had one final thing that I needed to discuss. There's 5 games that is going to decide the league title for me, for Arsenal. 5 games. 5 games from now to the end of the season is what is going to decide the league for me. Obviously, every game matters, but these 5 games I've singled out as the most important games. And I'm going to show them to you guys right now. Manchester City away, Aston Villa at home, Wolves away, Tottenham away, Manchester United away. From these 5 games, we need to get as close as possible to maximum points if we have any chance of winning this league. That means we have to be Aston Villa at home, Wolves away, Manchester United away, Tottenham away. The only game we could potentially slip up is against City. And that's because they could potentially, even if we slip up, we might still be ahead of them.
No, we have to beat them or not to lose there, man.
Talk to me, guys. So talk me through these games.
We can't lose to City again because what you got to realise is us losing to City is giving City points. So
no, I'm saying draw.
Yeah, that's the most acceptable.
I'm saying a draw. I'm saying a draw.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying as much as City would be the most acceptable game to lose out of our last however many games, it's the game we need to actually win the most because it's taking points off of them, which is to our advantage in a title race. I'd rather we lost to Wolves than lost to Man City because.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. We win the league, but we lose the North London derby. Would you take it?
What? We're going to give a toss if we lose our 7th North London derby in 10 years.
I'd rather have a kind of a funny game against Manchester United because I know that they're not. I mean, they're nowhere when it comes to the.
No. Simply put, would you sacrifice? Yes,
I will lose Spurs for a Premier League title. Yes.
Not to Tottenham, man. No chance.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care who would lose.
Yo, Belgium, you would rather beat Tottenham to lose the title.
Well, no. What to win the title? No, you're having a laugh. No. What's your question?
My question is, you have a choice.
Yeah.
You win every other game, but you lose to Tottenham.
Then you win it.
And you win the Premier League.
And you win the league. Yeah.
Or you draw against City, you beat Tottenham, but there's no guarantee you're going to win the league.
I'd rather guarantee win the league and lose to Spurs. I don't care.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Of course. Right. That's not even like.
It's not a question.
We've lost Spurs like 7 times in the last 10 years. Like losing one more time to win a league. Like no, like.
Okay.
Of course.
So do you guys think these games are going to be winnable? Because they are a crazy amount of fixtures.
Now be careful. We got to. I mean, against City, if we can't win it, then let's not lose. Against Wolves, we got to be careful because they'll be playing at home. So we got to be.
I'm more worried about the Tottenham and Man City game. I think Wolves, Aston Villa, and Manchester United, we could hold them down. But the curse against Manchester United, we beat them recently, so I'm not too concerned.
We beat them at home, but we beat Tottenham last season away. That was the first time.
We have to do it again.
That's the first time that we kind of silenced them totally. And I believe that. Yeah,
knowing Tottenham, they're going to go beat Man City for us, and they're going to get points off Liverpool. But if they stop us from winning, that could really put a nail in our title hopes. Manchester United and Tottenham could literally put a nail in our title hopes. That's why these games are so important. So,
what you know what, though? That's what makes it easier for us to win. And I'll tell you why. Because one of the things is, for me, we're getting our players back. We've got Thomas Partey back. Hopefully he stays fit. We've got Gabriel Jesus sort of returning as well. He's getting back to fitness. We've got Zinchenko coming back. We don't know about Urian Timbers. He's a bit 50-50. Tomiyasu seems to be coming back as well. So a lot of our squad that we need is back. When we look at our bench, it's starting to stack up again. We've got different options again. We've got Havertz, we've got Jesus, we've got Trossard, we've got Martinez, we've got Saka. We've got ESR if he has a future. We've got Jorginho, Partey if you want to mix that up, or Rice and Partey, whatever you want to do there.
You don't think ESR has a future?
Well, he might play. I don't know. I really don't know. I want him to have a future, but who knows?
It does.
So, I think he's a bench player.
So when you look at these teams, right, when we're playing them, it's not a case of shit. We're going into these games with our squad because normally that's what ends up happening is they're starting to get injured. Whereas at this time they've been injured. And it seems like we've done surgeries, we've done treatments, we've done rehabs or whatever else, they've needed to do. Because even Fabio Vieira looks a lot better. Granted, it was 30 minutes, but he looked quicker, he looked sharper than I've ever seen him. So there's clearly a lot of work being done in the background, and that's what gives me confidence that we can go into these games and be unpredictable.
Yeah, and Arteta said it because last season, the way we were playing, it's like kind of everyone, most of the team that, kind of start sourcing out how we played. But this season, he said, listen, in a game where we don't have to be fancy, play any fancy football to be be more pragmatic. He's got the players. He will just introduce them, come up with his game plan, and that's it. They will just go and execute that. So yeah.
All right, what are you saying, Dylan? Break down the games.
Well, like I said, we can't lose to City, and then if you're going to be Premier League champions, we can't really afford to lose any of them. But I do reckon City and Liverpool will drop points in there somewhere. We obviously know next week they're going to play each other, and someone's dropping points, or both of them. Hopefully, I want to draw, but we can't be relying on others. We do need to just get the job done. When you look at it on paper, we're better than all of those sides except Man City, debatably. But even then, I'd say we're a better team than this season. I don't see Man City playing the way we do. I see them struggling against teams that we're absolutely breezing past. So, I genuinely, it's one of them. You can't call what's going to happen. But like I said, I reckon we need to just beat all of them. We need to beat every single one of them. It's a hard run-in. Yeah, it's going to be a hard run. We've also got to squeeze Chelsea in there somewhere. It's not going to be March the 16th, but we've got to squeeze Chelsea at home in there somewhere. They'll be.
We'll be playing them before we'll be playing them before Tottenham game, isn't it? I think that could be that within that period that we play them at home. Then the following weekend we'll be playing Tottenham.
Don't forget, we're still in the Champions League, so that could benefit us.
Porto, man, we have to beat Porto. Oh my god!
That's for sure. On Wednesday, man is there, man. We're
beating Porto. We're beating Porto.
No, it's on Tuesday.
Porto beat Benfica 5-0 3 days ago. Porto are not a joke.
Guess what? We matched them by beating Sheffield United 6-0.
No,
but there's levels, man. There's levels. Sheffield United and Benfica. You're mad. That's a derby.
Yeah, but Dylan, wait. Dylan,
listen, chat to me.
Porto's not going to be some rollover at the Emirates.
Do you guys realize? Do you guys realize who we are at home? Do you realize
that doesn't matter, bro? You're downplaying what they did. That's us beating Spurs 5-0, bro. That's a derby for them. That is ruthless for them.
Wait. Listen, 10 years ago, I was there. I watched it live. Was there when we beat them 5-0. And guess who we had then? It was Ebwe. Ebwe was the one scoring. He got a pen for us, and he scored a 4th goal. Nasri and Betna scoring 3 goals.
We're gonna beat Porto, man.
Listen, we'll beat them, and we lost to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so cocky because they're a great team and they're really beating us. They've really shown us what they want.
I'm not being cocky. I'm just saying.
Look, they're not better than us, but they're smarter than us. That's the difference.
Big team. But the thing is that when they were playing at home, it's quite different.
But and guys, when we're at home, we're a different team.
Listen, Arteta now, do you know what he's been asking for we to be doing? We the fans to be screaming.
Let me give you guys an example. We play Brentford this weekend. What's your score predictions?
4-1.
No,
I'm going 5-0.
No. Let's
4-1 or 4-2. They're not bad. They just drew with Chelsea. Like they're not a bad team.
You know what Brentford are going to do?
You need to realise. Yeah, we're not some absolute superstar. Mate, we've beaten a horrific Burnley team. Sheffield.
Okay, maybe
Palace who were on the floor. We've beaten West Ham.
No, you can stick to your 5-0. That's fine. That's your opinion.
Listen, if we were beating teams 3-1, 2-1, 1-0, then I'd be like, you know what, going to this Brentford game, I'd be a little bit more worried. But guys, it's Brentford at home.
No, don't do that.
It's Brentford at home. It's Ramsdale's last game. It's Ramsdale's
Emirates can be right up for it then.
It's Partey's return on the pitch.
He might not be playing.
We've done this. We said it's only Porto.
Am I bringing my flag to the Emirates? Am I bringing the party flag to the Emirates?
Listen,
bro, I'll see you there, bro.
Listen, Iga.
I'm actually going to the Brentford game. And by the way, Told, you know my record. Have I ever witnessed us lose? Besides.
Wait, you went to the sporting game. You went to the sporting game, don't you?
That was on penalty. That don't count.
It counts.
That was our Independence Day, man. Do you know that, Dylan? Today was our Independence Day, man. Ghana Independence Day. Even though
flag's coming to Brentford, mate. It's coming to Brentford.
My man has a flag.
Party face. It's got the party. Okay, I didn't even see that. That's sick.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yeah, show me that again.
Yeah, it's got Party's face in the star. I didn't even see that.
Do you know what?
Unbelievable.
Today was our Independence Day, man. Even though I was born in England.
Dylan, I need to take a screenshot. Do that again one more time.
Go
please.
on.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Nice one, Dylan, man. Nice one.
That is hilarious.
Hey, man.
Yo, my man's ready for the weekend.
We had that in Sheffield, man.
But
all
you know
right, guys,
the
game's at home, so let me know your score predictions, though.
Well, let me say something. Do you know what last season, right? When Brentford came in last season, what they've done, they sat deep, literally deep, and they were defending with 5 men at the back, you know? So compact, deep, and what happened? They got that dodgy goal by Ivan Toney. So you don't want that kind of situation again. Do you understand? So we got to be careful, you know? But I just hope that with the way we're playing, it will be a quick start again. We've gotten to the final third, be ruthless. Because once we manage to score them first goal, I think they'll have to come out, you know, and play. Then again, too, we will punish them. But listen, I'll be going for 2-0 anyway. I don't, 2-0 is okay for me.
All right, what are you saying, Souls?
You know what? I like the confidence, but I'm also kind of like, just be wary because Brentford aren't, they've been horrific. Yes, their form is bad, but sometimes, you know what? Records need to stop as well. Sometimes bad form needs to stop. Someone needs to score. It always happens against us as well. So we need to be a bit, chill, calma. We've been good. Don't get it twisted. But mentally, we need to just be strong. And I'm going to go for a reserve. I think it's going to be like I want a 3-0, but I reckon a Toney might score because he wants to prove himself to Arteta. He wants to show him something. So, you know what? Fuck it. 3-0. I'm going to go with it. Clean sheet. Ramsdale, 3 assists. Actually, 4-0 because 90th minute, Ramsdale's going to come up top for a corner and score as well. So 3 assists and 1 goal for Ramsdale. Let's go.
All on a positive, man.
Speak it into existence. Come on.
I'll just go for 2-0. I'll just go for 2-0, guys.
2 assists for Ramsdale. That's all right as well.
People saying 2-0. People saying 3-1, 3-1. Personally, I want a clean sheet for Ramsdale's last game as an Arsenal goalkeeper.
Stop saying it's his last game, man.
You got stop.
It's the start of a new era for Ramsdale. That's what I'm going to say.
Saying that.
Guys, let's be honest. It is going to be his last game.
No,
By the way,
there's
one story I forgot to mention. Do you guys want to speak about Nico Williams, or do you want to just because?
Oh, listen, that's another Ghana boy, man. Fantastic player. Listen,
Nico Williams, Chelsea's gonna hijack him.
It's quick, but the thing is, I thought for now he'll be going to Chelsea.
I don't think he's stupid. He won't go.
I don't think so. He will just stay.
I think Todd Bowley and them, they like to just spend money and waste it. So if they do get him,
he's not an idiot. The man's got his head screwed up.
Saudi, man. It's not his money, apparently.
Yo, by the way, would you guys go shopping at Chelsea again and go buy a Conor Gallagher or anything like that?
No.
That should be enough.
Well, you just said
no. You know what? Yeah, realistically,
I'll take Malo Gusto.
The only player I will take is Cole Palmer.
I'll take Malo Gusto. That's it.
What about Cole Palmer? He's not bad. Palmer is not
Cole
bad.
Palmer's one I'll take.
They're not selling Cole Palmer. I'm talking about guys like, would you take Fofana coming back from injury?
No. That's.
Would you take Chalobah?
No.
No. Are you joking?
Would you take?
I don't know.
Would you take Enzo?
Did the man say Chalobah?
How much are we talking
Enzo I'd probably have as midfield depth, but they're not going to sell.
No.
Would you take Caicedo?
They're not going to sell on £120 million midfield.
You know, Caicedo, he's a bit of a. I'm confused with him. I don't know if he's a system
player. Would you take Lavia if they sold him?
No.
Do you know what?
The best I take is a fit Reece James, Malo Gusto, and that's as far as it goes.
A fit Reece James will just get injured again.
Not if he's fit. That's what I'm trying to say. If Reece James is fit, I'd have him, but he was not. So
I used to fancy Lavia.
Oh yeah, speak about this guy. I don't know about you guys, but the guy with this celebration, all he does is a good celebration, and he scored a bunch of goals. But like,
what are you saying? Just a good celebration. Man has to do something to celebrate. Man not just there celebrating.
Can I just say, Darwin Núñez scored 36 plus in that, about 36 goals in that league. I'm not sold.
Also, don't forget about the wanker, Gonzalo Ramos.
Gyökeres moves me, man. He moves me. He's good. I like him.
I'm not.
The thing is that they're good players.
I'd rather just spend 100 million on Watkins, please.
The thing is that they're good players, but the problem.
I think all these strikers are overpriced. Do we actually need a striker?
When you come into a new team, they got to be a proper structure for that player to kind of settle down, right?
They want 90 million for him though.
Again, would that player he be able to fit into the philosophy of the coach? Will he be able to fit into the system that the coach is trying to configure? How will he be able to build up the rapport or the chemistry between him
Belgium?
and
Belgium.
So
I'm
many.
gonna ask you a simple question, Belgium. Would you spend 90 million on a 25-year-old player who's playing well in Portugal right now?
No chance. Do you know what Arsenal?
That's what they want. They want 90 plus million.
Well, you know, Arsenal fans. Some Arsenal fans, they always kind of. In fact, Modric last season, everyone was going for it, and I told people that listen, based on the financial situation, people start having a go at me and say, "Oh, you don't want to spend money," and I said that's not the case. It's not just about as soon as you see a player, because it's always, I've said it many times, talent ID and the profile. You know, you can't just go and buy any type of players because you've heard about this player. Then all of a sudden, oh, bring him on. Listen, that's not how football works out, man. That's not how football works.
Do we need a striker still?
We need a plan.
We need a Watkins and we need another party.
Yes or no?
Whoa. Watkins.
Yes or
Oh,
no?
he's got 26 goal contributions in 27 games. Are you actually deep in that? At Aston Villa, 26 goal contributions in 27 games.
How many goals
he's been doing this? He's been doing this like 2 years prior to this.
Last season he didn't score 20 goals. He didn't even get to. It did not.
He's been bagging.
This season,
well, how much would you spend on Ollie Watkins?
Well, do you know what? It'll be an addition to what we've got, because he's got to adapt.
How much?
I mean, not more than 60, man.
Bro, they're not selling him to you for 60 mil.
Oh, well, then we got to move on, man. Listen, we've been scoring. Those guys been playing.
Ollie Watkins.
But by the way, he had 15 goals, 6 assists last season.
Ollie Watkins transfer fee, because he's under contract until 2028, you're looking at minimum 80 mil plus.
No, yeah, that's right. Because the reality is, he's guaranteeing you 15 plus goals.
Well,
why would we go for Ollie Watkins but not Ivan Toney?
Now, Ollie Watkins is younger as well.
No, but last season
Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins are 1 year different age.
Yeah, it don't matter. He's younger, innit? 15 goals, 6 assists. That's fine. That's a very good return.
Wait.
For a team that was under Steven Gerrard as well.
Ivan Toney's actually younger, bro.
Don't matter. Ollie Watkins is better.
Well, listen, he's got experience. He's been in the Premier League.
Ivan Toney's 1 year younger than Ollie Watkins.
No, he's not. What?
Yeah, he is.
He's an Arsenal.
Ivan Toney's born in 96. Ollie Watkins is born in 95.
I know Watkins is an Arsenal fan. He's always having that kind of tendency to come and play for Arsenal. But the thing is that, listen.
Can you guys believe that? Ollie Watkins is older than Ivan Toney. I never knew that.
Well, possibly. I don't know. I have to check it out.
I just checked it, yeah.
But he's got experience. He's been playing in the Premier League for the past 4 years.
Watkins was 28. I thought Watkins was young.
Yeah, Watkins is 28, bro.
He's
the oldest youngster I ever heard of. He's like Jesse Lingard. They still talk about Jesse Lingard as a youngster.
But Watkins would be a brilliant signing for us, regardless.
Anyways, let's see if anybody else has any suggestions in the chat. I see that Mexican guy.
Yeah, Sesko would be amazing.
No, Sesko, I watched him, bro. He's shit.
No, he's not shit. Well, how many games did you watch?
Like 4 games in the Champions League. All of them, he smoked them up.
Just champion. Oh my god, brother! You know, Premier. This is what I'm gonna have a run about Premier. Premier League fans are the worst. They are the fucking worst. Watch football. Stop judging it on sample sizes. If I'm gonna start doing sample sizes,
Sesko, I put Sesko in the same bracket as Evan Ferguson. I'm not coming anywhere near those guys. They need to develop their craft.
You man don't watch football, man.
They need to develop their craft,
and that's it. They
need to develop their craft at a West Ham or somewhere else before they come to Arsenal. That's just me.
Nah.
Bro, we had people in this fan base telling me Balogun should start. Look at him now. Where is he?
Well, he's kind of doing his best, because obviously he hasn't scored many goals.
Come on, Belgium. The guy has the same amount of goals as Eddie Nketiah.
No, Eddie has 5 though.
He has 5 also.
No,
Anyways,
he has 4. He's got 4.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Oh, Santiago Gomez and Xerxes, another 2. They're Eddie Nketiah replacements. They're not starting.
Santiago Gomez, yeah.
Listen. Well, stop this.
Eddie Nketiah.
Eddie's going nowhere. Eddie's staying.
Eddie's leaving, bro. Eddie's leaving.
Eddie's not leaving. Listen, Eddie's not leaving. Listen, the clubs want Eddie to stay. The coach wants Eddie. And I just don't understand why. So do you mean that if Eddie leaves Arsenal, then all of a sudden Arsenal problems will finish?
Yes.
Stop this, guys. Stop
100%
this.
they'll all finish.
No,
there will be hope. There will be light at the end of the tunnel. We will finally get a player that can actually come off the bench and do something.
No, that's not true. Listen, that's not true. Listen, Eddie was the one who put Sheffield into that kind of situation where we were now today. Yeah? In the beginning
of it hasn't started since Jason's injury.
Eddie did what?
Yeah, correct. This is his goals, yeah? In the beginning of the season, yeah? He scored a goal against our first game. He's got that pen. The Bournemouth game that Kai Havertz was giving that pen to go and score, it was Eddie who got for that one. Yeah?
Wait. So let me make this clear. There's somebody in the comment section that wants to know. So you rate Eddie Nketiah, but you don't rate Kai Havertz.
I never said I don't rate Kai Havertz. I didn't say that. I never said that. Where did he get his stuff from? But Eddie,
Nketiah is that 7th choice, yeah.
Listen, we did not pay anything for Eddie. People got to understand that. Yeah.
No, but you also have to understand, if we sell Eddie, we get 3 times the income.
Yeah.
The way it works is the way it works is every penny you make from an academy sale, you get 3 times towards FFP.
But it's a different. That's a different.
So, for example, when Chelsea sold Mason Mount for 60 mil, they basically got the equivalent of 180 mil from Manchester United.
It didn't come from the academy. Mason Mount came from what's the name? Was it Portsmouth? And then they went to what team did he play for?
He got loaned out to Derby.
He was a loan to Derby. Yeah, then he came back. So
no, he was always Mason Mount was a Chelsea player from their academy. My point is, if we sell Eddie Nketiah, whatever money we sell him for, say we sell Eddie Nketiah for 30 million, guys. Is that realistic? Is that realistic? Is 30 million realistic?
No.
30 million.
Sell him.
One second. Let me land. A 30 million pound sale of Eddie Nketiah would allow Arsenal Football Club to purchase a player for 90 million.
No, that's not true.
It is true. That's how FFP works.
Eddie's going nowhere. I just don't understand how we, the fans, want Eddie to leave.
Yes.
Hey, guys, they love that you
Belgium. Dylan,
1 second. Just allow me. Wait.
He's rubbish.
It's not. It's a fantastic player. That's what we. Listen, if we were in this situation now, it's because of Eddie. Give him that love. Listen, you were talking about Kai. Everyone is talking about Kai Havertz. But when
Belgium Arsenal Football Club deserves better.
Moving. Listen, show Eddie that same love you guys are showing Kai Havertz.
Thank you for all the memories. Now it's time to go. There you go. That's the nicest way. If you want a nice way of me saying it, that's the nicest you get. Otherwise, put him.
That he's got us to where we are currently.
No, he's not. He's done nothing to get us to where we are.
Of course. Listen, you Havertz first goal, yeah, that is called, was caused by Eddie.
Yeah, good for him. Right, thanks for the memories. Time to go.
That's the nicest way. Even though the club says, listen, he's staying. The coach says he's staying. He
says that about everyone. He says that about ESR. We can clearly see ESR ain't gonna stay. He says that about Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson ain't staying.
I just don't understand you guys, man. Club says
you don't have to understand us. We're just here to win. I don't care about sentiment.
He's there. And
I care about Arsenal. I don't care about Eddie Nketiah. He can do one.
Correct. So in that case, then don't be coming out and say, "Oh, hey, this player should leave." Listen, he's not leaving.
He is leaving.
He's not leaving.
The quicker you accept it, trust me, the better it is.
Somebody said Belgium's in denial. Listen, guys, we gotta wrap it up. Big up everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I think that was a great stream. We had a good time. I think this panel is good vibes. We got to do this again next week. Maybe. When do Arsenal play Porto? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday, because I'm off that day.
I need to find a way to get tickets to that game.
Oh, it's gone, man. Do you know how much our ticket, our season ticket holder? £77, man. Because Arsenal said they classify as a category A games, which is crazy. So it's a kind of now, but sometimes Arsenal, come on, it seems like they're kind of money.
Anyways, I'll see you guys this weekend. Belgium, I'll see you at the game.
Yes.
You have my number. Dylan, I want to see you with the flag. Are you going to bring it?
What's the Porto?
Bring it.
No, to the Brentford game.
I haven't actually got a ticket for Brentford yet, so I'll have to see what I can do. But I've got a ticket.
Yo, what game was on the ballot today?
I don't know.
Luton ballot result came out today for Junior Gunner, but I haven't heard my results back for Red.
Okay. All right. When is the ballot for the next game?
Chelsea ballot's already done. I got shafted differently. I got absolutely shafted.
Anyways, we'll talk about this off stream.
If I get anyone trying to set literally not going to the game, I'll DM what's it, Iga, because I normally ask him if he's interested. So I'll DM you if I heard anyone selling their ticket. Yeah.
All right, pick up everyone. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.